Is it? All righty. We'll go ahead and start our monthly meeting. Welcome. For today. This is our May monthly meeting. Today we'll be going over the following. We'll be going over some of our old business. That'll be some of the things that happened in the last month. I'll be going through some of our new business. That'll be some of the things I haven't talked about yet. I'll be going over we'll have a schedule posted up here on the screen. Then I'll go through the budget, how I spent the last month. And then I'll close with some reminders and passing around the donation bucket. To start, I'll go through some of our old business. This was things that happened in the last month. So last month we ended up going to the Cornbread Festival. What you're looking at up here was the crazy, crazy line for the Cornbread Alley. It was definitely longer than it has ever been. We had a decent turnout of cars come out with us. Definitely made for a nice, fun trip all the way down there. Who all went on that one by a show of hands? Was that a fun one to go on to? Was the cornbread good? Yeah. That's what the cornbread looked like if you didn't end up going with us. Ended up getting 10 pieces, and that was very good. Very good indeed. Next, we ended up having a new ice cream location. This is at Mr. T's. We ended up having a great turnout there. If you ended up going to that event, you did know that it was rather cramped. So I will be listening for this upcoming month, as you'll be hearing from shortly. As I said in the previous month, I will be having a leave of absence. I will be going off to Japan for the coming 3 months. That will be from the beginning of July to the very beginning of October. So keep that in mind. If you are interested in being involved, being a leader, being some sort of involvement in that club, please do reach out to me because I still do need some help on some of the other events that I have scheduled. On to some of our new business. So up here I have a picture. This is Miataville. This is Nashville's Miata Club. As you're about to find out, they're wanting to have some fun with us. So what I did is I planned a fun little ride for us to meet them and have us come through Chattanooga, some of our great roads that we have here. If you are familiar, it ends in a great little place up in Dunlap, also known as the Cookie Jar. If you have not been to the Cookie Jar Cafe, it's a beautiful place with some beautiful, stunning views out in the valley. There's some great roads all the way up to it, which we'll be taking. As I said before, this will be a collaboration run. This will be this upcoming Saturday. That will be May 18th, Saturday, May 18th. We'll be meeting Eastern time. Most of the places time. Chattanooga is in Easter time, so keep that in mind. What we'll be doing is it will be a full day event. We'll be taking 3 separate mountains. If you've been on our 3-mountain run, you're familiar with some of these before. A little bit on the washout side, so you have to keep that in mind. They are already planning 10 cars to be coming down to Chattanooga, so this will be a rain for us. We do like to have as many cars so we can show So if you would like to join us, that will be on May 18th. A little bit of announcement. Quick Everest, the Chattanooga Cars and Coffee, they have canceled their location for this upcoming month. They have actually lost the location down across from where Chattanooga Whiskey. This upcoming Cars and Coffee that was scheduled for this upcoming Sunday has been canceled. Hopefully they'll be back by June. That's what they say, but we'll see how it goes. We know how it is trying to find locations for things. So this coming month, location for the if you with us in past Dairy Queen before an east great outdoor seating area so we can have some nice outdoor and seating if we have it. For the May comes on the 4th, 7 o'clock as normal time. This will be our ice cream social. Anyone here know what this is? It's a museum that's home to some of the most unique cars you've ever seen. If you're into JDM stuff, this is going to be a pair. There's a lot of those one-off cars there as well. On top of that, they have many different cars from many different regions. As I said before, this is Lane Motor Museum. We will be taking our yearly trip to Lane Motor Museum. Lane Motor Museum is up in Nashville, and luckily for us, we were able to take some of the best and most So if you are ever interested in taking a twisty road, this is the one you want to join us for, as if any of our roads are not. Eating at Aldi's. If you've been with us before, you've been at this place before, at the bottom of Silver Mountain. May is not this upcoming Saturday, Saturday after that. Stopping for lunch along the way. If you joined us for this one before, it will be the same location. Should be a fun one if you would like to join us for that. On to our next point. Excuse me, back to our old point. This is the route. It kind of got cut off a little bit by this TV size. I apologize about that. 3.5 hours as it shows up there, so that should be a super fun one. We do end up taking some great photographs while we're out there. If you are a super photograph fanboy, this is a fun one for you as well. Even when we get to park there, they even have some cool photo opportunities, so would recommend if you do like taking photos of your car. And again, Lane Motor Museum. This next one, this is the Chattanooga or Chickamauga Dam rest area. Their day use area. We will be having a picnic out there. So for my yearly fun run, I want to have us do a scavenger hunt. I also find a picnic because I like picnics and I want us to have picnics. So this is 8th in June. We will be meeting at 11 a.m. in the morning at Chickamauga Dam area. This is where it's at. Really close to Chattanooga State. It is not the Riverwalk, just so you know. Here's a little bit closer view. Chickamauga Dam day use area. We will be having a competitive event with this. If you are interested in joining for a team-based competition, we will be supplying the food there, as I will be using some of our money to find something with it. We're going to see for lunch, and you get to enjoy some competitive day. I will talk about discussion if you guys want to do prizes or anything crazy like that. If you want to do entry just so I can have some sort of pot to give back, we'll talk about that when we get to the discussion side. This one right here, this is the largest and upcoming largest carbon copy that is rivaling the main copy. This is carbon a different map, but with an even bigger parking lot. As of this point, there is no parking lot, so what's the competition? So we'll be going to Chips Cars and Coffee in place of Quick Everett's Cars and Coffee until they decide to figure out their shit. Sunday, June 9th. This is the day after the that I just talked about. We'll be meeting there at 8 a.m. when the event starts. Usually the parking lot is nice, so if you're interested in joining, I will have some parking spots for that. There's our orange photo, guys. So that will be a fun one if you want to join us for that. That is usually done by 10 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And on to our discussion. Usually at this time, I like to open up for any of the events that I talked about. I would like to talk a little bit about our before I open concerns on the events that I talked about today. Everyone pretty clear on everything, how it goes? Go ahead.
So when is the last day you're with us?
I'm with us until July 5th.
July 5th.
Correct.
So, okay.
Then I go on to the Holy Land.
What are you doing in Japan?
I'll be seeing my girlfriend. Trying to find a job now, too. Yay. Oh, fun.
Will she be returning as Mrs. Austin? Or?
We'll see. We'll get there when we get there. It's an expensive plane ticket. I got to work with what I got. Right.
You go to a Vienna club in Japan.
Right. I'll make one.
He's going to do a seminar from there.
Right.
All right. Roadster Club. That's even cooler, honestly.
Why can't you do a Zoom meeting from Japan?
Honestly, I thought about it, honestly. Don't tempt me. I was like, only 6, that's not too bad.
Yeah, we're going to be live on Saturday if you can make it.
Right. Any other questions about anything we talked about? Any other proposals for other events you have in the area? I'm always open ears for that. Cool. I will go ahead and open up a discussion for what I talked about with the scavenger hunt. So this will be my fun run, so I do want to make it a little bit more enjoyable than normal, if I can get back to it. So previously in the past, I have made competitive, not scavenger hunts, but events where it was very similar in layout of this. We did do it for money, but it was not team-based, and I did not like that, so I'm going to do fun of people getting competitive with these kinds of games. But would you guys like to have a monetary aspect to it where you pay an entry fee and then whichever team wins gets the pot, essentially? Is that of interest or is that not of interest? Yes. Ask. It was like kind of lame. At this point, I'm not going to make it monetarily. I won't involve any money in this. It'll just be for fun. But honestly, that's fun too in its way, in its own way. I think so too. Yeah. Say if you guys want to make a donation, bring food. That'll be fair. I think that's all right. Any other points of discussion before I close out the discussion? Cool, cool. Moving on to our next point. This is the official schedule if you guys want to take a photo of it while I was up here. If you do not, it will be posted on Facebook, and it will be posted through the email tomorrow. So for the upcoming May, June, and July. July, I don't know yet, but we'll be having our whiskey run. We'll be having how I have scheduled for the next month. Pretty much everything I've already talked about. Yeah, it's just a placeholder for right now. Because I don't even know if Dairy Queen's going to work, quite frankly, with you. We'll just see when we get there. On to the budget. So I did spend a little bit of money. You guys should clap for me. I haven't done that in years now. So I did get to spend a little bit of money on some actual decent, high-grade, longer radius radios for the front and rear car. So that ended up being a total of $67. Or excuse me. This is what it should have costed, but I ended up finding it cheaper. So I ended up finding it for $26, so saving the club some money. And I also found a mag mount, so the front car can have the best range, so it can reach the rest of y'all. Y'all know I'm the one who talks, so I need to have range for that. So there are the values I ended up spending. At the beginning of the month of April, we had $254, $30 for the radio, $36 for the $188 current. Any way that y'all want me to spend money. I will be spending on money for the June event, so that will be coming out of it. Otherwise, that's where we're at currently. Yes, it will. You ain't kidding there. Go ahead.
How's the magnet going to work on the sock top if it's a...
I have it. There's a little strip that works, surprisingly.
Because even the trunk deck on the sock top is aluminum.
Yep. No, you're wrong, actually. Around the decks.
There's a little section between
Yep.
the trunk lip and the header cap.
Okay.
That's where I stick it.
That's what mine is.
Did it work out right?
It did. I'll show you later. On to some reminders. If you've been with us before, I apologize that this is repetitive, but I have to say it for everyone. We do have to be FRS radio for our actual driving event. If you want to do a driving event, we do require FRS radio. FRS radio, you can get 2 for $30 off of Amazon. Super pretty easy if you want to join us. You can still see them. I do acquire them by word of mouth. Club apparel, we do have club apparel, as you can see. We do have t-shirts, we do have polos, we do have a logo on site with apparel. If you want to go to it, you can get it done for these prices. On any piece of clothing you want, it's $5. If you want it on a polo, it'll end up being $25. If you want your name on it, it'll be $35. If you want it on a hat, you can get like the hat that I'm wearing as well. With or without a white background on it, pretty straightforward. You just have to tell them. You can do the rainbow. They're pretty flexible. If you do want to join our magnet club, we do have magnets. I do sell them at cost for 2 of them for $8. You can see how they stick on your car, and a lot of our members already have them. If you want to join the Cool Kids Club, you can have a magnet. If you haven't already, I do post everything I talk about on the internet. I do post it on our Facebook, and if you do not have Facebook, I do also post it on. If you want to join our email, all you have to do is go on to ScenicCityMiatas.com, click the little link right there I've highlighted, and you can join our email. With that being said, I will go ahead and open up for us for final discussion if anyone has any comments, questions, concerns. If not, I will be passing around the donation bucket. Feel free to pass on to the next one when you get it. And with that being said, I will open up for comments, questions, concerns. Anything I talked about for tonight you have any comments about? Way more than I need. Am I?
But not like the one time when you had 3 ready. You had exactly 3 for you.
Really?
You planned that, I guess. That's why he set up there at the end.
You're right. It's getting hot. Well, with that being said, I do appreciate you all coming out. This will be where I end. We'll another meeting. We will welcome you back, and thank you. That might be. I can't give you nothing. Of course, say that. Now I gotta cut it out. You're good.